Been working on the Raspberry Pi here. The humidity sensor was still connected from when I decommissioned the whole greenhouse setup. So I figured I'd get that sensor working first since I didn't have to physically hardwire anything for that. It took some doing. Things have changed a good bit since I last did this. But we got it working, and then it's testing and seems to be polling pretty regularly. And, well, reasonably accurately. I don't know that I would hold this as control, but it seems to be pretty accurate. And I know that these sensors, these DHT22 sensors, have a tendency to not be accurate. So there's that. But anyway, it's up and running. Next is wire up a DS18B20 sensor. Which I just happen to have like 8 or 9 of those here. And start testing those, make sure they work. And then I'll have to wire that to an array. And then we can go from there. But I did set up the new database layout. So I guess I'll just show you that quick while we're here. The usual CPU data, thermal sensor data from the CPU and all that. Always like to monitor what the actual hardware is doing. And then of course I've set up I think 8 slots here for sensors inside 1 and 2, light 1 and 2 to monitor light temperatures, soil 1 and 2 for soil temperatures, and then I just defaulted sensors 7 and 8. I think I may take one of these sensors and turn it into an actual wet dry bulb humidity sensor. I saw somebody had done that a couple years back before I had to decommission all this, and that's a much more accurate way to acquire humidity, and those DS18B20 sensors are super reliable for polling in my experience. So I probably will replace the DHT22 with that. Also, those sensors are like $2 or $3 a pop, and those DHT22s, the last I looked, were like, I don't know, I think they were like 15 or 20 bucks a piece, which is really pricey for basically just a humidity sensor. Who cares what the temperature sensor is when you can get the 18B20s for $2 or $3 a pop. Anyway, I'm done babbling for now. It's coming along, and we'll have this system back online relatively soon. And at some point I'll have to dig out the other Raspberry Pi I have that I forgot all about until I started thinking about this stuff more today. I've got a whole nother Raspberry Pi project up and coming. Stay tuned.